All right, welcome back, everyone. So this is going to be a short stream. I'm just going to let you know that right now, but I do have a lot to tell you. Okay, so let's just like jump right into it. We're going to speed run this shit. Okay, number one, pre-patch Arcane is different. So looked into the clearcast thing since we last spoke yesterday, and it looks like there is a new rotation that you're going to want to do. So I have a new video. It just came out. It is now live for pre-patch Arcane. I'm going to link the video in the chat. This video just came out. I literally just made it this morning. Go check out that video. All the updates for Arcane Mage are going to be in that video. Everything about how this impacts the gameplay because we have less clearcasts. And we're going to wait on the ad. I'm going to wait on the ad because I just started talking and then the ad started. So let me wait until those ads finish and then we'll hop into it. So it'll be about 2 minutes and then we'll talk again. Testing. Yep. You guys make me paranoid when you say that I'm not talking. Yeah, we'll wait. Yeah, Arcane is wet noodle. We'll talk about why that is in just a second. We need 1 more minute. Normally I don't like to do this, but this is going to be short and sweet informational, so I want to make sure everyone gets the data that I'm about to give to you. Yeah, so a lot of people are probably looking at Mage right now and they're like, what the fuck? This isn't what I expected. Why is the damage so much lower? Probably you're looking at Evoker and thinking the same thing. Yeah, I'm going to answer why that is. There's some reasons. Yeah, there are reasons why stuff is so bugged. Okay. The ad should be ending now. The ad break has ended. Everyone is back, right? Everyone's back. Everyone in the chat, tell me right now. You ready? You ready for the info dump? Let me know. All right, because we're going to hit it. We're going to blast through this shit. I want to get the ad out of the way so we could have a long interrupted chat about this. Info dump. Okay, here you go. So, you're probably logging in and you're seeing that Mage and Evoker both aren't doing damage. And you're probably like, what the fuck? I thought this was supposed to do damage. I thought this was really good. Okay, so here's how this all happened. So on beta and PTR, Arcane was getting more clearcast procs than it should have. Arcane Blast was getting less than the other spells. And Illuminate Thoughts was giving you even less. So it was all really bad, right? But good overall because you just got more. Okay, so now Blizzard pulled a sneaky on us. They did the rug pull. They had us test with clearcasting being overpowered this whole time. They had us test with it bugged. And at the fucking 11th hour with the pre-patch, at the last second, they released a 2-week-old patch instead of the patch that we were testing to pre-patch. Okay, the pre-patch that we got was not the pre-patch that we tested. We got a different patch, okay? So if you're wondering why what we're seeing is different than what we expected, it's because we literally got a different patch than what they had us test. Why that is, it probably is because they had so much issues with the maintenance. They probably like completely had the servers get fucked up and they're like, okay, we got to just like drop something. We just got to make this work. So for whatever reason, they ended up giving us a different patch than what we tested. Okay, so why is this important? Well, whenever we were testing with abilities that were bugged in certain ways, some positive, some negative. What we're getting now is these abilities have been quote unquote fixed. What this results in is getting a lot less clear casting for Arcane. But there is a good side. Okay, it's not all bad. So the good side is we are actually getting value out of IT. Okay, Illuminated Thoughts is actually giving us value now, whereas before it was giving us negative value. It was taking away value. So that talent has gone from being bugged and a DPS loss to necessary and a huge DPS gain. So the first thing you should know is that you will never play without Illuminated Thoughts. Okay, that talent is a fucking lock-in. It's locked in. All right. I was watching Hopeful for a little bit. I wanted to make sure he was playing like the right stuff because this stuff is moving so fast. It's like hard to keep up, right? Unless you're like in it. But yeah, anyways. So the current patch right now, you are going to play Illuminated Thoughts until like further notice. You are not skipping that talent. You are always picking that talent. Okay. Now they also changed some other stuff. So Arcane Blast is now giving more clear cast than the other spells. On average, it takes 12 Arcane Barrages without Illuminated Thoughts to get a Clearcast proc. 12. That's a lot, okay? So the whole Barrage spam thing ain't going to happen. You can still do an Execute, but the rotation is different now. So the new talent build that you're going to want to play is this. You're going to want to pick up Illuminated Thoughts. So because we need Illuminated Thoughts, we have to pick up Impetus, which means that in AoE, we don't really have as much flexibility as we did before. We will want to pick up Arcane Cleave, but really the only thing we can swap here is Energy Reconstitution. We can either pick up another Orb or we can pick up Reverb. I recommend Reverb. So this is what I would recommend for Mythic Plus. But there is something else I should tell you. So it's not just that, okay, there's more. But wait, there's more. More bugs, okay? If you're playing Mythic Plus right now, Arcane is bugged and is doing less damage. Okay? Touch of the Magi is doing about half the damage it should be in Mythic Plus specifically. So you're just not getting your touch damage like you should. It's just not happening. Number 2, your Ignite damage is also bugged in Mythic Plus. So if you're playing Fire and you're like, why is my damage bad? It's because Ignite is also doing less damage than it should be. Because it is also bugged. So if you're looking to play Mage right now, I'm going to be real with y'all. I think you just play Frost. Because Arcane and Fire are both bugged. So what the fuck are you doing playing a bug spec when you could just play a spec that isn't bugged? Now, for me personally, I don't like Frost, so this is bad news. I think a lot of you probably feel that way. I don't like the current design of it, so it's not great. But it is less bugged than the other specs. So in that regard, it is a better choice. Okay, now let's talk about Evoker. So for Evoker, we also have bugs. I haven't been able to confirm this 100%, but it seems as if they bugged out our tier set again. Now, I need to verify this, but it seems like they've broke it for a third time. In less than like one major patch, they've somehow broken this thing 3 times. So if you are going into raid and you're noticing that your Obsidian Shard damage is doing less, it's because the tier bonus is probably bugged in some way. I don't have confirmation on this yet. I haven't been able to confirm it myself, but it's just a feeling. Also, I should mention this too, right? I mentioned at the top that the reason why all this is happening is because they give us a 2-week-old version of the PTR instead of the current version, right? So you're seeing some really fucked up shit. You're seeing like Shaman talents aren't implemented. You've got Ret talents that aren't implemented. You've got all sorts of talent changes that happened between 2 weeks ago and now that were on the PTR that did not carry over to the live version that we got. The reason why they did this is probably because they were having so many issues getting the servers running yesterday, if I had to guess. But I don't know for certain. All I know is that there's a shit ton of bugs, okay? Shit ton of bugs, but make sure that you run Illuminated Thoughts. This talent was backwards before. It used to be bugged. It was causing you to get less clear casting. That is no longer the case. In fact, it is so much no longer the case that this is necessary. You have to take this talent now. It went from being a negative DPS gain to like an 8% DPS gain overnight, okay? You must take this talent. It is not optional. In AoE, in single target, doesn't fucking matter. You need this talent, okay? So if there's anything else, if you forget everything else that I said, if there's only one takeaway you get from the stream, it's you need to put a talent into this fucking talent. Like, a point has to go into this thing. Or else you are doomed. Is the Wowhead guide updated? Yeah. Also, I have a new video. Just came out this morning. Arcane. New Arcane pre-patch video. Just came out. But yeah, to reiterate, there's a lot of bugs, so you got to be clear on what bug you're asking about, okay? I'm just going to summarize. Number 1, clear casting is unbugged, but it's not what we expected. It's basically like, it seems bugged because it was more before, but actually it's the real version. The before version was bugged, but now Illuminated Thoughts works. Number 2, Touch of the Magi is doing like 40 to 50% less damage than it should be in Mythic Plus. Number 3, Ignite is also doing less damage than it should be in Mythic Plus. Number 4, Devastation seems to maybe not be getting the full value of its 4-piece anymore. It seems like maybe that's bugged out again. Number 5, a ton of classes are just missing talents or have talents that just aren't working, or are the old version before the pre-patch. So like if you're playing a class that was supposed to have new talents and you notice that you don't have new talents, that is because they didn't carry over, because the patch that they used to actually implement the PTR to live whenever the pre-patch happened is not the patch that we tested. That's the bottom line. We did not get the patch that we tested. Okay? We tested a different patch than what we got. So what's the point of testing? That's what I want to know. What the fuck's the point of testing if you're going to get a different version than what you expected? I don't really understand it. Someone make it make sense, please. Why test stuff if the version that you end up getting is not the version that you tested? If you're looking for the weak aura, it's all in here. It's always all in here. Okay? But the rotation is basically the same. The only thing is there's more arcane blasting. Okay? So I'm just going to show you. Obviously, you want to pre-evocate. You want to missiles into your orb just like you always do. Use all your trinkets, potions, lusts, all that shit. Use your Touch the Magi barrage. And then, so if I have clear cast, I'm going to just do the arcane missiles blast barrage. If I don't have clear cast, I'm not going to do that. Okay? That's the biggest thing. So like in this case, oh, I just got one, so I'm lucky. Right? I'm going to orb here in shifting power. Make sure you're shifting power outside of cooldowns. I have a clear cast here, so I can do a blast barrage. Also, you clip at 4 charges. I have an orb, so I spent there. Okay, in this case, I have Touch of the Magi coming up, so I'm just going to keep at 4, and I'm going to spend here. And I'm just going to keep blasting. And then here, I've got Evocation coming up soon, but not quite yet. So I'm actually going to spend a bunch. I'm just going to blast. I'm just going to keep blasting. I will use a barrage here, though, because I'm about to run out of mana. We do one more. And yeah, so you're looking to spend your mana if you're like close to being out, basically. So Evocation's coming up really soon, so we're just going to spend a little bit more. And here I'm going to blast because I don't have orb. I need to keep up arcane tempo, though. That's another thing you need to keep in mind. I'm going to barrage here, and then now it's time for our Evocation. We're back to full, into missiles, right? And then here's where you would do the Arcane Surge into Barrage Touch of the Magi, into Blast Barrage if you have the clear cast. Since I do, I spend that. I have an orb, so I'll spend that since I'm less than 2 charges. Blast Barrage, I still have clear cast available, so we're going to use this clear cast. Same deal, Blast Barrage. I still have a clear cast, so we'll spend this. Missiles, Blast Barrage, same deal. And now shifting powers back up, I'll use this. We're below 2 charges, so I'm going to orb here, right? And now I'm going to missiles into Blast Barrage for my arcane tempo. I want to keep the arcane tempo up. Now, Touch of the Magi is coming up soon, so I'm actually going to do a couple extra blasts here. I got a clear cast, that's lucky. So we're going to do the Blast Barrage thing that we talked about. And then now I have some mana, so I'm going to spend until here because I have an orb. And then here's the missiles, and we clip it because it's 4. And we want to be at like 70 if we can help it. So I'm actually going to regain a little bit mana here. But our Evocation's coming up soon. So actually, let's just go for the spend here. So I'm just going to spend mana because Evocation's coming up soon. I'm just going to keep spinning. Okay, I lost my barrage there, so that was a mistake. And then evocation here. Right? And then obviously get another precision. Trinkets Potion. Arcane Surge into Blast Touch of the Magi into Blast Barrage. By the way, the meter numbers are going to keep resetting because it's just bugged. So just ignore that. Details isn't good on the target dummy right now because it'll just keep taking you out of combat and resetting the meter. But here I can spin because I have Orb, and now I can Shifting Power. But really, it's just about maintaining this Nether position buff while also being more aggressive with your blasting. You want to like blast more. But all the same tenets from before apply, right? And here I have Touch the Magi, so I'm going to do the touch thing that we talked about. I'm going to blast a little bit. And I do have Evocation coming up soon, but I am going to spend here just to keep my Arcane tempo up. Right? Oh, I got a proc at the last second there. But yeah, we can spend a bunch of mana here because we have Evocation coming up soon. So I'm just going to keep blasting. But I am going to barrage here just to keep my Arcane tempo. Right, and I don't want to go completely but... And that was unfortunate because I had Orb right about to come up, but it wasn't quite there. But I'm just going to use the Orb. We'll use the missiles here. Okay, Evocation. And then same deal, right? Arcane Surge into Touch of the Magi. Here I'm going to missile because I don't have another precision. But I still have Clear Casting, so I can do the missiles, Blast, Blast, Barrage. So it's very similar to what you would expect. The only difference is just that you spin Blast more. Basically, there's like 2 different rotations you do depending on like if you're above 70% mana or below, depending on if your Evocation's coming up soon. But it's all in the video. So just go watch the latest video if you want to know more. But again, I don't really recommend, like if you're serious this patch and you want to do damage, here's the biggest damage increase you can do. Activate Frost. Right? This is going to be the biggest damage increase. Because all that bullshit is a whole lot of extra work for less damage. But anyways, as Frost, it's just really, really simple, right? On the opener, you're basically going to do a... by the way, my stats are terrible for Frost because I have no Mastery. You want Mastery as Frost. And you don't want it as Arcane, so it's backwards, right? Shirky, thank you for the Twitch Prime. Appreciate you. Thanks for letting me be your Prime guy. Yeah, so as Frost, it would be like a Frostbolt into a Flurry, into Icy Veins, right? Trinket Potion, Comet Storm here. I'm going to also Orb, and then use my my Flurry and my Fingers of Frost, right? And you're just trying to use Glacial Spike as much as possible. And if you have a Glacial Spike and you're finishing it, you want a Flurry afterwards, right? And then right here, I'm going to have Glacial Spike ready in Winter's Chill, so I'll do a Ice Lance there. And then here, I'm going to Frostbolt into a Flurry, into 1 Ice Lance and Glacial Spike. I just did that so I could show all 3 cases. But yeah, it's just you just want like Winter's Chill to be up. Here, I'm going to Comet Storm afterwards and then Glacial Spike into an Ice Lance, right? And then you can Shifting Power just whenever all your cooldowns are down. I was too busy yapping that I didn't know this, but yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the gist of it. Like, this is the whole Frost rotation. You're just, you know, use Flurry, Glacial Spike with Winter's Chill up, drop Comet Storm with Winter's Chill, use Frozen Orb on cooldown, and Shifting Power whenever it's available, and your cooldowns are all down. That's it. I mean, that's literally Frost. Yep. That's Frost. So easy, right? So easy. Could probably summarize this in a 5-minute video. But yeah, these talents for Raid, and then in Mythic Plus, you want to go this setup right here. So you move a lot of the Frostbolt talents over, see? So you're getting the Blizzard, you're getting the procs, you're dropping other Frostbolt shit that's not good. And this is your Mythic Plus build. And the only thing that changes in Mythic Plus is you're like Blizzarding, and you have Coldest Snap. So Coldest Snap, as long as your Cone of Cold hits 3 enemies, it's going to reset the cooldown on your Comet Storm. Am I doing an Arcane update video? No, I've already done one. You need a sub to my channel, okay? Asking that question, Silent Blitz, you just gave yourself away. I need you to go right now and subscribe to my YouTube channel and click those notifications so you are not unaware when the new videos come out. Ban hammer? No, I'm not banning someone for that. But no, you should go do that because, yeah, the video came out like literally less than an hour ago. Go watch it. Fire update? Ugh. Man, I don't know about that. I don't know if you're really wanting to play Fire right now. I'm gonna be real with you. Just fucking play Frost. I mean, let's be real, yeah? Just play Frost. This season, I think I was like right under title. I think I'm like 3650 or something. I didn't do any tyrannical keys though. But I've gotten title in the past. I don't know. This season I just really wasn't feeling it because I had to miss push week. And after I missed push week, it was like I don't know. I just didn't feel like the motivation was there to get back into it. I had to do like a big trip across the United States during push week, so it kind of killed my motivation to try and get titled. It's just, that's why I hate push week. Because if you miss push week, you're so fucked. Like, it's so much harder if you miss push week. And I missed both push weeks because there were 2 in a row. It's like so bad. The beta is different. We're not talking about beta. Pre-patch is different than beta. Don't even worry about beta right now, okay? Keep your focus. All right, focus on the prize. Pre-patch. Stats for Frost, it's like mastery over crit to like, well, let's say 33, yeah. Or like 31, and then, you know, haste afterwards, and then crit again. The real question, Arcane or Frost? I'm telling you to play Frost right now. I think Frost will outperform Arcane simply because Arcane is bugged in Mythic Plus. Your Touch of the Magi is doing like half the damage it should. As Fire, your Ignite is doing less damage than it should. So if you're wanting to play anything, you should probably just play Frost. Because everything is bugged. In Raid, you should definitely play Frost. Because Frost just does more damage. But let's be real, everything's fucking bugged right now. People are missing their talents. BM is doing double the damage as other classes. A lot of abilities just aren't working right. It is just a giant clusterfuck. My Touch of the Magi weak aura is it's just like one of them from Wago. It's like the first result, but I can upload it real quick. I think, oh wait, hold on. I actually made this one. Here, I'll upload this weak aura real quick. It's not letting me upload. Oh, I'm not logged in. That's why. Magi Spark. You don't need a Magi Spark weak aura. You just need to remember this, okay? The rotation AoE is always the same at the very start. All right, you're pre-evocating. And then you're throwing out your orb. You're using your missile. You're clipping your missile. You're Arcane Surging into Barrage Touch of the Magi. All right, so we have our Barrage done. And then you're doing the Blast Barrage. All right, so Blast is done. And at some point, you're going to press Missile. So there it is, the third one. So you don't need to track it. You just need to make sure that you do a Blast Barrage. Or like after you get another precision and you do the Barrage into Touch of the Magi, you just always do a Blast Barrage. That's true for the one that you do without Arcane Surge as well. Like if you don't have Arcane Surge up, okay, you get your Nether Precision. You go, you know, Barrage with Nether Precision into Touch. Now you have one Nether Precision. Your 4 charges, you Blast Barrage. Same shit. You don't need to track this. You just need to always throw in one blast in AoE. One blast into each Touch of the Magi. That's it. That's it. Feel free to make your own, but you really don't need it. You're making a weak aura that tracks something that's completely automatic as long as you play correctly. Okay, unlucky for you. I can't log into Wago because the login servers are down. Sorry, can't share the weak aura. Arcane talents are all in the guide. Go watch the Arcane guide. Just came out. Do you think Blizzard's gonna fix these bugs? Oh man, you know how many bugs Blizzard's probably trying to fix right now? This patch is a dumpster fire. Same with Season 4. They're probably frantically trying to fix shit, and it's probably a complete disaster. It's just, yeah, it's a nightmare. Will they fix them? We'll see, I guess. I mean, it's anyone's guess is as good as mine. Like, it's just everything's bugged. Astral Sins. Thank you for the Twitch Prime. Thanks for letting me be your Prime guy. That's why I always play Warlock. There's no bug, right? Yeah, of course. Thanks for all the work you do. So happy to see I swapped to a class that has such a giga chat as a guide writer makes things easy. Hell yeah, we love that. Hi Preet, coming from YouTube watching the new video. Awesome. I've got a new question. If I'm unlucky with Proxy CC after open air, you said that you just need to Arcane Blast, like spamming blast until you get CC. Basically, that's true, but you don't want to go below 70% mana if your evocation isn't going to be up soon. So if evocation is like over 30 seconds on cooldown, then you would drop your barrage, but you're going to naturally drop barrages anyways because you want to keep your arcane tempo up. But you would do less, like you do like a couple like blast barrage just to make sure your mana stays above 70%. But then whenever it's time, because like your evocation's coming up soon, that's when you can just blast and not give a fuck about your mana. But yeah, anytime you get a missiles, you're spinning the missiles and then you're trying to blast barrage if you're able to get back your charges right away. So if you have orb or if you have touch or if you have clear cast. And if not, you're just blasting more. Does that answer it? How bad is dev right now? It's hard to say. I think it's bugged. But I'm not certain. I think they may have broken the dev tier set again. Like for the third time. Am I doing a Frost guide? Okay, I just did a Frost guide live. The Frost is so simple, okay? Listen up. Same shit as always, alright? Only you have less moves. You don't have Ray of Frost anymore. You don't need to worry about that. Okay? Frost is so fucking simple. All you need to do is make sure that if you have your Winter's Chill up, you're using Comet Storm if it's up, and you're trying to Winter's Chill your Glacial Spike, but you're also just trying to send it. So, yeah. Is Fire Mage bugged? Yeah, it is, actually. In Mythic Plus. You're getting less Ignite damage. It is bugged. Johnny Kill. Anyways, so, yeah, on the opener, obviously use your Mirror Image beforehand, right? Do a Frostbolt into a Flurry, and this is where you pop, like, all your cooldowns. And then we're trying to get to this Glacial Spike, and then send it. And you want to do the Comet Storm with, like, Flurry up. And you just want to use your Glacial Spikes with, like, 5... and having Flurry up. I mean, it's pretty simple, right? Just, you know, Glacial Spike with Flurry. Try to spin those. So always Winter's Chill with this. And just, you know, anytime you got Flurry and Glacial Spike, you're sending those. Even if you just have Flurry, you can use that. I'm going to Comet Storm here because I'm Glacial Spiking. Just get to 5. Can you count to 5? Yeah. Alright, use the Flurry after if Winter's Chill is not up. If Winter's Chill is up, then you don't need to worry about that. So, like in this case, I can just send the Glacial Spike with the Ice Lance. That's fine. And then, obviously, use Shifting Power whenever your cooldowns are done. That's it. Stacking up Death Chill would require spinning a lot of Frostbolts, and Frostbolt is not worth that. If you have questions about Frost, there's a really great resource you can check on Wowhead. And I will compare this to raid bots just to show you. Okay, if you go over here, this is by Dorvan. Okay, the rotation is right here. Alright, so you can uncheck Ray of Frost here. We have Comet Storm, we have Glacial Spike, we have Shifting Power. So it's just this opener, right? Precast Frostbolt. Boss has pulled Flurry, Icy Veins, you do the Comet Storm with the Flurry, Ice Lance, and then you're going to be using Glacial Spike, Flurry, and then you want to throw out your Frozen Orb and you want Shifting Power. And the priority is just Icy Veins, Flurry if Winter's Chill is not up. Right? If it's not already on the target and the previous cast was Frostbolt or Glacial Spike, you want to make sure you have a Flurry with that. You can also Flurry if you have 4 Icicles. That'll give you 5, and then you can Glacial Spike. In 2 targets, it changes a little bit, but aside from that, you're just Comet Storming and Winter's Chill. You're Frozen Orbing if you have less than 2 charges of Fingers of Frost. You're Shifting Power whenever all your cooldowns are ready. And you're just Glacial Spiking with Winter's Chill or Flurries available. Or you're Ice Lancing or you're Glacial Spiking with nothing. I mean, like, this is so simple, right? Frost is insanely simple. Here it is in the bot. Okay, here's the APL. Look at how small this APL is. This APL is so fucking small. Look at this. Like, it doesn't get more simple than this, right? You can basically omit all of this part. This part is only telling it which one to use, so you can literally ignore all this, okay? The only thing that actually matters is this part right here. The only thing that matters is this part right here. Comet Storm, if you have Flurry, like if Winter's Chill is active, or in AoE, it's like if you have the kind of cold one, you Comet Storm with Winter's Chill. That's what this line says, okay? You Flurry, you don't have Winter's Chill up. Or if you just casted Glacial Spike. You Ice Lance if you have Winter's Chill up. And you have Fingers of Frost, because you get double value of that. You Glacial Spike if you have 5 charges. And you want to Flurry afterwards. You Frozen Orb if you don't have Fingers of Frost. Okay, in AoE, you kind of cold if there's 3 enemies. And your Comet Storm and your Frozen Orb have just been put on cooldown, because it'll reset both of them. You're Blizzarding in AoE, so 2 targets you Blizzard. Shifting Power when all your cooldowns are down. Glacial Spike if you have 5 Icicles. Or you use Ice Lance if you have a buff. And if you don't have a buff, then you don't press Ice Lance. Otherwise, you Frostbolt. That's it. That's all there is to it. It's just quick reactions. You just gotta react quick. Always be casting something, too. The Frost Talents? Yeah, the Frost Talents are this. Why did Teddy have so much trouble learning Frost? I don't know, man. It's different. Maybe it's too simple for him. I will say this, the version he was playing was different than what we're talking about now. Because there was also Glacial, or like Ray of Frost, but like, it's not difficult. Frost is pretty straightforward. Yeah, here you go, single target talents. Basically this shit. Right? You're getting Glacial Spike. The only reason we take Glacial Spike, by the way, is because we have 4-piece. And then aside from that, you're just getting like the talents that actually matter. Mythic Plus talents, right here. You just move some stuff around. In Mythic Plus, you need this line. Okay, that's the Frozen Orb thing, Freezing Wind Sting, Cold Snap. You just pick these up, and then there are this AoE talent's good. And then like you don't care as much about Cold Front because you're not casting as many Frostbolts. You don't really care about Slick Ice, so you like move those talents back up here. 1 for Blizzard, 1 for just procs. But this one you can actually move around if you want. Like you don't need to put it here. You could put it like somewhere else, but it's best put here. Just make sure you have a lot of mastery. Like if you don't have mastery as Frost, you're gonna do negative damage. So, yup. We are bugged. What class am I talking about? That's the funny thing. Try every class, but mainly I'm talking about Mage and Devastation. Basically every class is bugged. But yeah, I think for now I'm just gonna play Frost because Arcane is doing less damage than we expected because of the last second rug pull where they swapped out the patch that we were gonna get with a patch from 2 weeks ago instead. Very fun when Blizzard does stuff like that. Blizzard literally said, "Hey, you know what? I know you guys were looking at the testing, you know, on the PTR. I know you guys were looking at beta. I know you were testing this stuff, but we're just gonna go back 2 weeks and we're gonna give you a different patch on live than we had you test. All the testing you were doing was just for a different version of the game that we're not even going to release. You just get a 2-week old one. Yeah, different version. Every class is bugged, but the more classes that are like extremely bugged, the better I'll get. So right now, I'll just buff BM Hunter, and you'll have infinite damage because BM Hunter does infinite damage. BM Hunter's doing like double the damage of like a lot of the other classes. So yeah, if you got BM Hunters, just buff them. Get infinite damage for free. Maybe the reattributions broke though, I'm not sure. But you will do damage, it's just maybe it won't show up in the logs. I don't know if it's actually working in the logs. How much percent damage are we bugged? Depends on the content and the talents and the target count. That's a very open-ended question. Also, if I answer that question, it's going to probably be different tomorrow because there's so many bugs right now that they're probably frantically trying to fix some of this shit. No, it's just born in Tokyo. Someone just used that command, like literally 2 lines above your command. It's not going to spam it, right? Now someone else did it. It's got a cooldown. I don't want every message in my chat to be that copy pasta. I want to be able to read your questions, you know? So yeah, if you ever come into a stream, just look and see if someone in the chat used the same command like 2 seconds ago. Because that command is being used on cooldown. What's the best spec for Mythic Plus at the moment? Ah, dude, it's so hard to say because Fire is bugged, Arcane is bugged. It's probably Frost. Like, everything's fucked. Everything is fucked. Mage bugged bad. If there's no bugs in all specs, do you think Arcane is the best? Frost is better in single target still, even without the bugs. But not by much. Arcane is like, it's hard to call Arcane bugged because technically it's not bugged. It was the other version that was bugged. Right? Technically it's not. Well, the Touch of the Magi is bugged, but like that's only a Mythic Plus. And then Ignite's bugged in Mythic Plus. Yeah, it's just fucking everything's bugged. Everything's bugged. Give up hope. Except your bug overlords. Yeah, so clear casting is actually working correctly now. So we have less procs than we did on the testing, on the beta and the PTR. We're getting 8%, so Illuminated Thoughts is now a necessary talent. If you want to Arcane, I'm going to say it again. Watch my video. I just came out with it today. Go watch that video. All of your questions that you have right now that you're asking me are explained in the video. There's a reason why I put out the video before I went live. So you should just go watch that. And then once you've watched it, then feel free to ask questions. The Trey rating? I haven't done the rating, no. I don't know like what's all fucked up in the raid because I haven't been in there yet. But I do know that everything is awesome. Everything is awesome. I think if I go haste, I'll hit like all 3. So let's do haste. Evoker content? Dude, the evoker content is that dev is the same except for your tier bonuses may be bugged. Everything's the same. What would you like to know about dev? Do you have a specific question? In order for me to make a new video, unless I just want to like farm clicks, I usually want something to have changed. Because I could probably re-upload the old video and just say, hey, here's the new Devastation video. Nothing's changed. Oh, sorry, let me correct that. There is a change. Your tier might be bugged again. How's Firestorm? Don't play that talent. None of the new changes that they made or the new talents that they made or any of the adjustments they made actually mattered. None of it mattered because they didn't do anything right and they didn't listen to our feedback. So it's all just a waste of your time to even consider those talents. Yo, yeah, so you've been around. Okay, BFA was a little bit a ways ago. Yeah, that's cool. Welcome. I'll probably play Devastation and Raid tonight, yeah. But I need to do that just so I can test and see if the tier set is actually bugged again or if it's just like people hallucinating. But I've had a couple people tell me that the tier set's bugged. I don't know if that's true. What time do I raid? That's gonna be like way later tonight. This is gonna be a short stream. I'm just coming online to like give you the latest information. My stream will be at like 8:30 p.m. Central, or not Central, Eastern. So it's in a couple hours. It's like 4 hours from now, basically. That's when I'll be raiding. If you record your radio, go viral. Listen, I don't know why the bugs are in. I don't know why Touch of the Magi is bugged. I don't know why Ignite is bugged, but I have a pretty good feeling. You want me to make an educated guess? I think I'll probably be right about this if I guess. Because it's actually funny. It's the same bug as Evoker, I think. Whatever system Blizzard is using for their scaling isn't working right. Because every time there's a patch, something with the scaling breaks. It's always with damage accumulators. So stuff like Touch of the Magi, stuff like Ignite, these are damage accumulators, right? It always breaks the damage accumulators. Every time they do this stupid fucking tuning shit, every time they do a new patch and there's some sort of like Awaken tuning or Mythic Plus tuning or some sort of tuning, it always breaks the same thing. And it always breaks the damage accumulators. So if I had to guess, I would say that's probably I mean, think about what's in common here, right? The bugs are Touch of the Magi, damage accumulator. Ignite, damage accumulator. Frost, somehow not bugged, right? No damage accumulator, so there it is. Devastation, probably the tier bonus also bugged. Also a damage accumulator. It seems like all of the commonality in all of these things that are bugged is that they accumulate damage. So whenever a accumulator is bugged, it means that their scaling is bugged. So it's probably whatever sort of scaling they're using to make our damage match whatever the content is. They're adding this layer on top where they say, okay, your damage is scaling 2x or whatever, and also boss health is scaling 2x. That equation is not accounting for the damage accumulators, and that's why that shit's bugged. So I can't say for certain because I don't work at Blizzard, but I can make a pretty good guess. It's probably that shit. Yo, what's up, Nanobyte? Stats for Arcane. Yeah, it's like crit versus haste, and you just avoid mastery. I'm going to do the Fierce Gem because I want to have a stat that works for all three specs, and I think haste is the one that all three have in common. Because Frost wants haste, Arcane wants haste, Fire wants haste. They all want different amounts, but it's the only one where it's like it covers all three. Because if I did Mastery, it would be bad for Arcane and Fire. If I did Verse, it would be bad for Fire and Frost. If I did Crit, it would be bad for Frost because I'm too high on the crit. So really the only answer here is haste. The lower CC procs is intended. The way it was working when we tested it was apparently bugged. So now we're on the real version, which is way less. But it's funny because they tuned us around it being bugged. So they removed clear casting procs from Splinter Storm because it was bugged, but then they fixed the bug and they didn't revert the nerf. You following what I'm saying? Doesn't that kind of not make sense? Like, why are you tuning around the bugged version of the class if the version you're going to release is unbugged and then you don't undo the tuning on the bugged version, assuming that the bugs were going to be in, because they aren't. So they basically did like Arcane tuning around the bugged version of it, and now the bug is gone and the tuning is in effect. So now it's like a double whammo of like you're losing damage. Quite unfortunate, really. Hope you're well life-wise after the long tinfoil yesterday. Yeah, that was a fun stream. I had fun. Do you have a link to your Sims for a pre-patch? No, not right now. Now, I will have to do everything over again. I'm going to have to completely redo that shit. Because everything is different. Everything is awesome. Everything is awesome. Oh, you know what? Fuck. I just wasted Matt's. Okay, I have an idea. Here's how we can do... Redo what? So I have to redo the Sims with the new APL, with the new overrides, and I need to do them for different talent variations, so single target, cleave, and AoE, and different target counts. It's a lot. That's a lot of work for me to just try and get done. I've been busy today just getting my Arcane guide out. I whipped up that pre-patch guide as quick as I could. So please just, you know, give me a break, yeah? I'm trying my hardest here. I also have raid tonight, so like it's not like I'm just not doing anything. All the sim stuff will take time. I'll have to put time into it, so that will have to come later. But I'll just say this. If you're looking to play right now, just, again, my recommendation, just play Frost. Okay, just play Frost. If you really hate Frost, I totally get it. Like I'm with you, okay? I also don't like it. But the reality is Arcane and Fire are both bugged. Arcane is going to be putting in a lot more work for the same amount of gain. It's really just like not worth your time and effort to go through all those extra steps just to be able to do the same amount of damage. It's really not. So just play Frost. Just do yourself a favor. Yeah, actually the real answer is go make a BM Hunter. You need my Frost guide? Yeah. Okay, I will make a Frost guide. It'll be like a 5-minute guide, but like I will make one. I promise you, I will make a Frost guide. It's not going to be made today, maybe, or maybe tonight. I might be able to squeeze in tonight. But I'm telling you, like, Frost is so simple that I don't think you really need a guide, but I'll make one. I'll make one. Do you guys want a dev guide too for pre-patch? It's the same shit. I'm literally just going to take the old video and I'm just going to add like an intro to it. But I can do that. And check it just to make sure there's nothing that's old. I can do that for you. If you want those guides, I can do that. It's just, give me some time, okay? Just give me some time to get this all done. Because, yeah, a lot's happening, a lot's moving. Shit is going fast. I need to figure out what the fuck I'm playing. I think I'm doing Frost. Yeah, Frost is the same, except for you don't have Ray of Frost anymore. Dude, I really wish I had Umbrals. Umbrals is so good for everything. The Umbral Skull. I underestimate your inability to learn the class. Okay, fair enough. No, guys, the bugs command is like you're like beating the bot up, okay? You got to give the bot a little time, yeah? It's like it's trying to keep up. So many people are doing the command. Just, you know, give him a break. He's trying his best, yeah? Here, I'll change the GCD on it and make it so that so it responds quicker. Okay, let's see if the command works. I was modifying it just now. Give it a second though, because it's probably like backed up. So give it like 2 minutes, see if that command comes through. You know what? I might move all my commands over to Nightbot. I feel like Streamlabs, the Streamlabs bot, whenever the chat's going really fast and people keep spamming the same command, I feel like it just like bricks it. Like it's just like always bricking it for some reason. I might just like move all the commands over. Vessel of Shadows. Ooh, maybe I should pick that one up. Okay, let's see. I was wondering, have you thought about the idea of making a video about utility usage and how to be a good team player? Because all I find in rotational guys is how to be good on the meters. Yeah, so the reason why you're seeing that is because that's what people want. The majority of people want the like that shit, you know what I mean? Yeah, I think the bot's out to lunch. Hold on. I'm going to take this command. And the other one is Nightbot. So let's add it to Nightbot and see if Nightbot is like awake. Yeah, go Frost. I mean, Arcane's not bad. It's just you're putting in a lot of extra work. It could be better in Cleave though. Okay, let's see if the bot likes this now. There. No, oh, now Streamlabs is responding. Oh, well. Look who fucking woke up. You got jealous? Yeah, I think so. Yo, Correga92. Thank you for the Twitch Prime. Appreciate you. Didn't the video say most of the mage bugs are fixed? Now there's more bugs? Yeah, well, that's how bugs work. You find out about them when you do content. The funny thing about these bugs is that they only happen in Mythic Plus. So unless you've run Mythic Plus, you wouldn't know. Unless thousands of people have run Mythic Plus, you wouldn't know, right? That's the thing about bugs. You don't know it's bugged until you encounter it, right? There could be more bugs. There could be fucking thousands of bugs. We don't know about them until we observe them. Most of the bugs we knew about were fixed, though. And that is true. What else is bugged? Everything, man. Yeah, so the reason why it felt off is actually because they fixed a bug, not because they introduced a bug. So they fixed a bug with clear casting. It was making us get more clear cast than we should. But they also fixed it, the talents to work so that they actually give you more clear casts. So the reason why it was off is because I didn't have Illuminated Thoughts. And that talent was bugged before and it was giving you negative damage. But now it actually gives you clear casting, gives you damage, and it's a necessary talent now. So it went from being a talent that you would never want to a talent that you need. And that was why it felt so off, because without Illuminated Thoughts, you don't get any fucking clear casts, like ever. You get 0 clear casts. So you kind of need that for it to work. So yeah, it is technically it is a bug that got fixed, not a bug that was introduced. The bug is that they gave us a different version of the pre-patch than we tested. They gave us a different version than we tested. The version of pre-patch that we got today on the pre-patch, or I guess last night, the version that we got is a 2-week-old version of this patch. It is not the one we tested. Blizzard, I guess in their panic, just like ripped the fucking old version of the patch from a long ass time ago, and they did a bunch of weird shit on top of it that like changed things. So yeah, what we got is not what we were expecting. No one was expecting this because they literally gave us a different version of the game than we tested. So, you know, love memes. Dude, today I was deleting level 1 characters I made since they are on the same screen. I accidentally deleted my level 70 Blood Death Knight, and now I can't even restore any company. Oh, shit, that sucks. How do you not know that from a big-ass antenna you had in your head? All right, dude. All right. They were blocking it out. They didn't want me to know because they wanted me to have to frantically put out a YouTube video. It's crazy that this would happen. Oh, yeah. Well, this is the world we live in. What spec for leveling Mage? Probably Frost. I always recommend Frost for leveling. I think it's the best. Oh, it is actually having me go crit. Okay. I guess my crit's kind of low, huh? Ooh, I've got so much mastery. Yo, maybe my stats aren't bad. Hakili rotation? Dude, like, people barely even know their rotation right now. Like, the theory crafters are just now, like, getting it down. So I think if you were to use a rotation tool, you're probably getting super old information. There's no way they're that fast. All right. Like, I put out my video in record time. I seriously doubt that rotation tools are going to be up to date. Also, don't use that stuff. You should just know how to play. It's way better. Like, if you follow a rotation tool, you're going to make all sorts of weird mistakes because you're not going to understand the context. There's like too much nuance. Not to flame like the project. I think it's a good idea for like beginners, but I mean, if you're here asking me about the rotation, I feel like you should probably just try to do it yourself instead of doing what the tool is telling you to do. That's just my opinion on it. I'm against that sort of thing. Also, they end up being wrong like all the time. Not that it's, I can't say for certain it's wrong now, but it's just like, I don't know, why risk it? Arcane for them all so you can run faster. Dude, they got rid of Chrono Shift. Yeah, get good. Exactly. Arcane's gonna be harder than Frost, and Frost is probably gonna do more damage with less effort, so there's that. Wait, am I wrong talents right now? I am wrong talents. Okay, hold on. We gotta resim this. Frost is easier. Frost is way easier. Frost is good in Raid, yeah. Yeah, Ray of Frost dead. Glacial Spike would be dead too, by the way. It would be dead. But it's not. And the reason why it's not is because we have our tier bonus right now. The tier bonus saved it. Yeah, so Living Bomb is not an ability that you press anymore. It's a proc called Lit Fuse. That's why you can't find it. You apply it with Fire Blast, though. You're also going to munch the shit out of it. Not a GS fan? Yeah. Well, good news for you. In the beta, you don't run that talent anymore. It's only the tier that makes us run that talent. We're changing fire nodes. Master Flame is impossible to get. No, I think you're just picking the wrong nodes. Master Flame is actually something I would even take in 2 targets. Here, if you reference my talent guide. So here's like raid. This is like the general raid build. You get Blast Zone and Market of Firelord. You just skip out on Ashen Feather. Ashen Feather is like very bad. It's only good in single target. There's not really any other talents that are really good in single target here. Like obviously Pyrotechnics is nice, but like you don't play it in any of the builds. It's just not worth it. So like pure single target, you get 1 point in the Fevered Incantation instead of Blast Zone. And then instead of Mark of the Firelord, you go into Ashen Feather. For Mythic plus Ignite, you would play this. You would just go Mark of the Firelord, Blast Zone, no Ashen Feather, no Master of Flame. And then for Flame Strike build, all you do is you move Flame Accelerant over and you pick up... so Quick Flame is another one you want to pick up here. The talents are actually not bad as Fire. The issue with Fire is that it's not tuned. It just doesn't... The tuning isn't there. Okay, so my current setup is the best setup. Hey, that's good news. Yeah, I'm going to make a Frost pre-patch guide. It's going to be real short. We're talking like a 10-minute guide. I will say I at least know they fixed the Arcane bugs on beta. Hopefully they can accurately tune SS and SF accordingly. You know, if you get an ad while I'm answering your question, there is a good way to remove ads. Yeah. So there's this little thing called Twitch Prime. So a couple different ways you can do it. Twitch Prime is a free one. If you already have an Amazon Prime subscription, you can use your Twitch Prime. You get for free every month. You give it to me. You put it on my channel. You're getting a free sub with your Prime, and you are removing ads. You'll no longer have ads, so you'll have an ad-free experience. You can also do Twitch Turbo. That's a paid option. It's not free. Or you can sub to the channel. But if you're looking to have a broadcast without ads, these are the ways to do it. So, yeah, that's the best way to do it if you don't like missing the answer to your question. Unfortunately, ads are just part of the game. You can't really do Twitch without ads. In fact, all of the partner streamers like myself, we all agree to like terms where we have to run a certain amount of ads. So it's not really up to us. And even if we didn't, by the way, even if we opted out of the agreement and we made less money, they would still run ads on our channel. We just wouldn't be in control of the ads. So there's actually no way around it. The only way is to protect yourself with your free Twitch Prime, or, you know, use like an ad blocker if you find one that works. It's kind of hard to find one. Or if you, you know, you go the other route and you just get Twitch Turbo. So someone who's coming to Melee Mage this expansion, what spec would you say to learn first? Well, on pre-patch, Frost, but Arcane in general. What bugs? Touch, Ignite. Probably some dev bugs. Can't verify that yet, though. Yep. I don't know if trial accounts can play Evoker now. So someone who's coming to Melee Mage? Oh, I just answered that question, Hobbies. Did you not hear my answer? I know this is Fire Mage. Playing Frostfire will get you short cast times for Frost spells sometimes. Is there a Frost spell cast or within the rotation. Frost Firebolt. That's just your main fireball. It just replaces fireball. If you're asking about how the opener looks as Frost, I can just show you. Here's what it looks like. This is using my character. Oh, yeah, I mean, I can just say it again. Frost right now in pre-patch, Arcane in general, but, you know, stuff will change probably. Okay, here's how it does the opener. Here's how the sim does it, yeah? Same shit as I was telling you. Frostbolt into Flurry, and you use your Ice Veins, you use your potions, your trinkets, your Zerking, everything, okay? You Comet Storm because you have Flurry up. So you Comet Storm. You throw out your Orb, and then you're Ice Lancing. And then you're throwing out the Glacial Spike with the Flurry, okay? And then you're trying to get to 5 and you're using Glacial Spike. That's it. Now, the reason why you'll see it casting Frostbolt a lot here is because it just doesn't have Fingers of Frost. You can verify this by looking at the buffs it has, okay? So like right here, if I look at this Ice Lance, it's kind of hard to see because there's a lot of buffs on this shit. But see how there's 2 Fingers of Frost here? Now there's 1 Fingers of Frost. You only cast Frostbolt without Fingers of Frost. But you will naturally build up your Death Chill on the target. Just because you like won't always have an Ice Lance to use. TLDR of gameplay of the 3 mage specs. Go watch my Arcane guide, Crusader, for Arcane. There's no TLDR for that. You just gotta watch the guide. There's too many caveats, but I guess the TLDR would be like use all your cooldowns and then Missile, Blast, Barrage. But that's not gonna always be correct. So yeah, just watch the guide. Frost is like you just use Winter's Chill with Comet Storm, Winter's Chill with Glacial Spike, Winter's Chill with Ice Lance. Otherwise, Fingers of Frost, and just use your cooldowns on cooldown, or just like Frostbolt if you have nothing else to cast. Fire is just get a hot streak, press Pyroblast, right? Use your cooldowns on cooldown. Use SKB as soon as it's up. Just try to like not sit on charges. That's the TLDR. But the TLDR isn't going to get you the full picture. Please don't tell me to play Frostman. Yo, then play Arcane. Play Arcane or Frost. One of the two. Thanks for the mage help. Yo, a Bruno0. Thank you for the Twitch Prime. Welcome back 4 months. Appreciate ya. Yeah, so like the only time I would say play Fire is Mythic Plus, but haha, Ignite's bugged. GN. I don't have Arcane Sims right now, sorry. You have to come back tomorrow. I don't have time to cook up a bunch of Arcane Sims right now. Yeah, that'll have to be a whole process. I have to redo everything, so it'll be a little bit. Ignite's bad in the bad, bugged in a bad way. Like you're not getting the damage from it that you should. Same with Touch of the Magi, by the way. Why don't people like Frost? You know, I ask myself that sometimes. But then I remember the answer, because I also don't like it. This shit is brain dead. We've been testing for months, surely there's no bugs. Yeah. The funny part is they had us test a version of the patch that we didn't get. The version we were testing is not what we ended up getting. So like certain classes are just missing their talents. Like Shaman and apparently Ret are just missing their talents. Like they never updated them. Don't you just love memes? God, they're so funny. I'm gonna go buy the vessel, I think.
It is good to see you here. Until next time.
Yeah, I mean, like, the game has been, like, incredibly bugged for basically most of Dragonflight. It's been, like, super bugged. It's kind of sad.
If needed, I will answer the call.
Until next time.
The quality has just gone downhill quite a bit. Sorry, I had to log for a thunderstorm, so any reason no fire love for this patch? Yeah, ask Blizzard that. Hey, Blizzard, why no fire love? Blizzard says we don't give a shit about fire right now. Actually, no, they say we'll fix it soon. Because Blizzard loves fire. I guarantee you they will eventually fix that. Okay, yeah, so I mean, let's talk about it. Why is fire bad, right? Why would it be bad? So, unfortunately, it just doesn't do a single target damage at all. And in the one case where it's good, which is AoE, guess what? Mythic Plus, Ignite's bugged. So, GN, any advantage you had as fire is lost. Right? You lost your advantage because the only thing that you were like quote unquote better at, you're now bugged. So it just erases any benefit you had there. So yeah, I mean, it's just, you know, what can you do, right? Shit's bugged. Drone party with the Twitch Prime, appreciate ya. Thanks for letting me be your Prime guy. Also, probably Devastation is bugged. I don't know for certain. I cannot verify it right now, but I think it may be bugged. I feel like it may be bugged, but I'm not certain. I think they may have broken the tier bonus again.
Wow.
So CC is... Okay, it's actually funny. CC is not bugged. CC is actually the result of them removing a bug. But you should go watch my latest Arcane video, Just Place. All your questions are answered in that video. Exclamation point Arcane for that. Just came out this morning. Made it for you. Just for you. No one else. Just tuning in. Tuning issue with single target. Yeah, Fire's just like... It got absolutely clobbered in the beta because it was overperforming, and it just hasn't like come back from that. It's just still dead. It's dead except for in AoE, but in AoE you're also dead because Mythic Plus is bugged with your Ignite. So yeah, the one thing that you were like better at no longer matters because it's bugged there too. So yeah, hard to come back from that. Will we take anything from this pre-patch to the War Within? Yeah, it's always like that. They always carry over the pre-patch into the big patch. But the thing is right now things are so fucked that it's hard to say what will carry over. Just like as an example, have you seen BM Hunter? I was talking about BM Hunter before in yesterday's stream. Remember how I kept saying like, guys, I think BM Hunter might be broken. Guys, I think BM Hunter might be completely broken. You guys remember that? Well, guess what? Yeah, turns out BM Hunter completely broken. Surprise, surprise. 800k in single target, by the way. Here it is. WoW audit. Character does not match. Patchwork. Wait, why does it say character does not match? Oh, is it because I'm trying to put in Mage and I'm on Evoker? Destro Evoker? I mean, Devo Evoker, yeah. You got banned? Wait, what's your name? In Twitch core. And also, are you sure you got banned? Let me look through the audit log. Core Rega 92. Okay, one second. I'll look into it. Moderation. Banned chatters. Hey, guess what? You're not banned. Oh wait, hold on. It's just bugged. One second. What'd you say? Thanks for your work, mate. Banned. Okay. Oops. Hold on. Unbanned. Okay, I don't know what happened. That was that says it happened today. Wait, what? I didn't ban anyone today. What the fuck just happened? It just banned you? I didn't, maybe I misclicked. Okay, I apologize. I don't know what the fuck just happened. What's weird is it doesn't show up in my activity log. I'm in mod mode and I don't see any bans. But it says I banned you today. So I guess I take it back. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to ban you. I don't know how that happened. You're unbanned. You're a free man. Yeah, he literally said, thanks for your work, mate. And it says preheat banned you. Like, what? That's funny though. I wonder how many other people are just randomly banned. You'll be sure not to thank me for my hard work, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I have no idea how the fuck that happened. I'm sorry. Hold on, now I'm curious. When is what else do we have going on here? Yo, what the fuck? It says oh, that's 2019, never mind. Okay, so it should be fine now because the last ban I see is like from like 2023. Mini bugs. Oh, so like I said, it's short stream today. I'll be back again tonight for my raid. But I need to go take care of some stuff. Got some mini coaching sessions to take care of. So we're going to do that off stream. I just wanted to give you all the recap. Now you have it. Again, go watch my Arcane video. No bans this year? Yep. That's what it says. Maybe it's wrong. I feel like I've banned people, but whatever. But yeah, I'll be back again tonight. So hopefully you got the information you need. Go watch the Arcane video again. Go watch it. Go watch it. Go watch it. And you know what? If you're there and you're in my chat and you want to know when my videos go live, you can always click that subscribe button. Just click that subscribe button and turn on those notifications. That way you'll know. That way you won't come to my chat and be like, hey, when are you making a guide? And I just made the guide. And I'm like, yo, are you serious? Right? So just do that. It's for you. So you get the video sooner. Okay. Anyways, that's it. We'll be back again later. I'll see y'all at 8:30 Eastern. So that'll be in 3 hours from now. Okay. Bye.